Have you ever died in your dream?
No, I always wake up right before I do.
I died in my dream.
Wow.
Yes, and apparently that's fucking crazy. Because apparently, like, it's unheard of, which I feel
What did you do after? Like,
I woke up.
okay.
Like, when I died, I woke up.
Yeah, I always,
Like, right before a car hit you,
yeah,
you'd wake up?
I wake up right before.
No, I straight up died. I was in the car with some male person that I was dating. I couldn't tell you who it was. I just saw their hands. And I went to kiss their cheek. We were at a stoplight, and I went to kiss their cheek, but my seatbelt locked up.
Mm-hmm.
So I took my seatbelt off, and we got rear-ended by a semi, and I went through the windshield, and I was, like, laying on the floor, and whoever it was, like, crawled out of the car and picked me up and was like, Sarah! And, like, with that, I woke up. And, like,
Holy
nothing,
shit.
yeah, nothing really tells me that I was dead.
Yeah.
I just woke up, and I was like, I died. And it was
Yeah.
fucking weird. So, Maddie, if that is how I die,
Premonition. Like,
I've had
you've
premonitions,
had premonitions.
before. I think I told you about this.
I think I've had premonitions before too, but I don't remember what they were. I just remember knowing that I did have one.
I had one vivid premonition. I don't know if I told this on the podcast before or not. I can't remember, but I straight up was running around with these girls at a football game because my brother played football, and I'd play with all the other little kids.
Yeah.
And there's electric boxes, there's green electric boxes
that are in yards and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're on cement slabs. Well,
Yeah.
there's this one that had probably like a 2-foot drop, and there was concrete like sticking out from where they filled it.
Yeah, I think you did tell me this.
Yeah, and I remember looking at it going, if you play on that, you're gonna cut your knee. And straight up, I played on that, and I fell on that 2-foot drop and slit my knee right open on the concrete.
Yeah.
It was fucking weird, dude. Hello,
Hi guys.
and welcome to
Two pods.
Two Pods and
In a cast. We still can't get that down.
I don't think we'll ever get it done.
I think
That's
that's
that'll
part
be
of.
our shtick.
Yeah. Two pods.
Two Pods and a cast.
In a cast.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Maddie.
And welcome to Two Pods and a cast.
This week's episode is
What are we talking about today, Maddie?
goals.
Goals.
Spoopy.
Goal sponsors.
So ghosts.
Yes.
Do you believe in them?
Fuck yeah.
Duh. Ghosts obviously exist.
Chase, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Chase believes in ghosts.
He gave me a sideways thumb.
It's because he wrote what he thinks.
But yes, I do believe in ghosts. You believe in ghosts.
Chase believes in ghosts.
Chase
but he won't say
pretends
he believes
not
in
to believe in ghosts, but if some spirit came and fucked you up, you would shit yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? That's
Yep.
it. That's it right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't mess with ghosts.
I think I've told you this before, but Darren is an avid, I don't believe in ghosts type of person.
Mm-hmm.
And I straight up said, all right, well, I'm going to bring a Ouija board over. And he was like, fuck that. No, I'm not fucking with that. And I was like, well, I thought you didn't believe in ghosts. And he was like, still, I wouldn't mess with it. And I was like, well, why does it matter if you don't believe in ghosts? Like, it'd just be some stupid board game to you. And he was like, I'm not touching it. So I think he does too, like some tiny extent.
Yeah. It's like Chase, where you won't say ghosts are real, but you don't go messing around with no ghosts.
Yeah.
You don't try. You are not Shane from BuzzFeed Unsolved. You do not go taunting the goat man.
Fuck you, goat man.
This is my bridge now.
They will tell tales of me.
You don't do that. No.
No.
We did that. How come we can say that at the same time, but we can't say two pods in a cast at the same time?
3, 2, 1.
Two pods in a cast. Wow. High five.
We'll never get that again.
No, we won't.
But
But yes, ghosts are real.
they are.
10 out of 10.
And just and if you don't believe in ghosts, you probably just never experienced something.
Exactly.
I think that's what it chalks it down to.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to be an experience. It can't be I saw something on TV, because that stuff can easily be faked.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Sarah and I spend our entire time working together watching ghost videos.
And I'll straight up be like, nah, he's got a wire on that.
It's so easy to tell when something's fake.
Yeah, but it's nice, spoopy fun.
Yep.
Nice little spoopy time.
Yes. So Sarah,
Yes.
you believe in ghosts. You don't believe in a few things. You don't believe in, like, aliens, but you believe in ghosts.
What? I believe in aliens.
I thought we said you don't believe in aliens.
I don't believe that there are aliens disguised on Earth.
Okay.
I do believe that there
aliens
are
exist.
alien life forms
Yes.
in the universe, yes.
Okay. Do you have any ghost stories?
I have many.
Tell me.
Some are not mine.
Okay.
But
Tell me, I want to know if you've had an experience with a ghost.
Yeah, let me see what I wrote down here. So, Roberta.
Who is Roberta?
Roberta is a ghost that lives in my house that I have named Roberta.
Okay.
Do not know if that is her origin.
Mm-hmm.
Do not know if it's male or female. Like, I don't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
I just call her Roberta.
Okay.
And I think I fucked up because I think there's a Roberto as well.
Oh, no.
Yes. So I cannot tell the difference between them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're pleasant.
That's good.
Yeah, very good. I would shit myself. But it all started when, and I know nobody's died in our house because the house that I live in with my parents is built. My parents bought for it to be built.
Okay.
So no one has died in the house, but that doesn't mean nobody is...
Died where the house is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's an Indian burial ground or nothing.
Could be.
Because contractors cover that shit up all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But, so we got Roberta and possibly Roberto. But, vividly remember... Some of these are when I was little, and some of these are, like, 3 months ago. So, she's pretty fucking active.
Yeah.
She gets really active when there's tension in the house, which ghosts feed off of.
Yes.
Like anger and stuff. So
Yeah.
when my parents are fighting, like shit gets so weird. But, so I'll start chronologically. I'll try to. When I was little, like really little, this is why it doesn't make sense. My dad's shaving kit, his razor and his shaving cream went missing. So he asked my mom, who would shave her legs, even though they share the same bathroom where it is. She said she didn't touch it. He asked me, which is why it doesn't make sense, because I was little. Like, I didn't shave at the time. Like, I wasn't even going through puberty then. And then she asked my brother, who loved him to death, but when he was younger, could not grow a beard worth shit. So I don't know what he's got that razor for. But everybody swears they didn't touch it, and it could totally just be
misplaced or something.
Yeah. But literally a week later, it was exactly where my dad had left it the night before it went missing.
Interesting.
And it totally could have been like my brother took it.
Yeah.
Was afraid to say something. Whatever. But there are other instances. Like, okay. Next thing I got here is talking in the basement. One of these did not happen while I was home alone, so I do have a witness. But this one my bathroom door on the main floor is right across from the basement door. So you walk into my house, there's a door to your right, that's the bathroom, there's a door to your left that goes downstairs. I was in the bathroom, I was home alone, so I had the fucking door open.
Yeah, as you do.
Yeah, and I was just fucking peeing. And I looked over, and this is why I vividly remember it. I looked over, because our computer used to be in the basement, and I was probably down there and left the light on. So I looked over while I was peeing, and I was like, oh, I gotta go down and turn the light off. So it's not like I was scared of the basement or anything.
Yeah.
Like, no, I was like 13 at this time. Finished my job, washed my hands, blah, 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 turned bathroom light out, closed the door, turn around, door was closed, the basement door was closed. Turn around, I open the basement door and the light's off. And I was like, I could have sworn that was on. And Maddie, I swear to God on my life, I heard, shh. Yes, from the basement, someone shushing somebody else. So I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I think someone broke in. She was like, no. Because we did have an alarm system.
Yeah.
So there was no front or back door
Yeah.
signal. She was like, no. I was like, Mom, somebody's talking in the basement. She was like, Sarah, shut up. But, Maddie, I swear, I open it, creak it open. I'm like, could have sworn the light was on. And then you just hear, shh. Like somebody was down there, turned the light off. And, like, heard me open the door and was telling their other buddy to, like, shut up. It was Roberta telling Roberto to shh.
Wow.
Fucking gave me chills. So that was one.
Okay.
Another one, I wasn't home alone for this, but no one else saw it. And everybody was like, oh, it could have been this. Whatever. I let my dogs out. I let them back in. I hear... Oh. Okay. That's not what it sounded like. Hang on. I hear... on our pantry door, which didn't alarm me at all because I was like, okay, something fell and it's leaning against the door.
Yeah.
So I opened the door up really fast and then like prepared to catch something because something just hit against the door. And I looked and I was like, nothing's falling. I was like, that was weird. Whatever. It must have been my dog. And I take the handle and I go to close it and then a cereal box falls. So there was door closed, knock on the door. Okay, something's leaning against it. As soon as I open, something's going to fall. Nothing falls. Then I turn to close it and then the cereal box falls.
Wow.
That one I was, Roberta, if you're listening, I was pissed because I had to clean that cereal up because it was an open box. Fucking asshole. We really don't have big problems with her. But, so we got the shaving kit, the cereal, talking, and we got the random, like, we'll definitely hear footsteps while we're upstairs. But, like, that's common shit.
Yeah.
But there's been several times where I've been in the living room, again, alone. Or my dad is in the living room alone, but we hear the same shit. I don't think you're ready for...
I don't think I am
either.
either.
No, for the two after this.
Okay.
But we'll hear, like, pots and pans. Not, like, hardcore, but, like, if someone were setting a dish gently in the sink and it clanked against other dishes.
Yeah.
Like, I'll hear somebody just rustling around in the kitchen, like, going through the Kroger bag collection that we have. I'll just kind of be like, is my mom home? And I'll turn around because the living room's connected to the dining room connected. Yeah. I'll look and no one's there. And I'll look in front of me and my 2 dogs are there. And, like, I don't have cats or anything. So I'll just be like, guess it was the wind. Like, damn well, I know it's not the wind. But I just tend to ignore it. And as long as I'm not being possessed, I really don't care. Like, whatever. You do your own thing. Oh, okay. This one's creepy. My dad noticed it. In our living room, I do have pictures I can show you later. In our living room, there are dirty handprints on the ceiling, child-size handprints on the ceiling. And my mother was like, it was probably just you. And I was like, Mom, I have never been over 5'3" in my life. How do you expect me to reach an 8-foot tall ceiling? She was like, you climbed up on something. I was like,
on what?
Yeah, I was like, Mom, 1, it's in the living room. 2, I was never unsupervised as a child. So there was never a day for me to climb up on something and put dirty-ass handprints on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like, they were smaller than mine, so some fucking kid or whatever. So that was just creepy in general, but it could have been anything. I don't know. It was just really, like, spoopy.
Yeah.
And then this one, I don't know if it's a ghost or if I was dreaming. I don't know if it was Roberta fucking with me. But you know how sometimes you'll be right before you fall asleep and you'll hear something?
Yeah.
And you don't know if it's your dream hearing
or if it's actual,
I was about to fall asleep and I heard a woman's blood-curdling scream. And I fucking jolted awake. No one else heard it though, so I was like, that's probably just me.
Yeah.
Entering sleepland, some nightmare I was about to enter. Good thing I got out of that one. Okay. You were gonna cry.
Probably.
Are you ready for this?
No.
I'm sure I've told you this story before. Me and my dad. Okay, there was a witness.
Okay.
Me and my dad. Let's do the floor plan real fast.
Okay.
We're sitting, TV's in front of us, garage door is kind of like back and to the left, but in view.
Okay.
Like I said, open floor plan, so you got kitchen, dining room with the door to the garage, and then living room. You just look back and you can see everything.
Yeah.
So we're watching TV, and we're just talking, and then on the garage door we hear, like, the door that leads from our garage to our dining room. Was not scared at first, because I was like, okay, it's my mom coming home, it's my brother coming home, they have something in their hand.
And they need help.
That's what we do. We usually kick the door twice for, hey, please open it.
Yeah.
I'm carrying something. So I opened it, garage door was closed. So I kind of, like, looked around, like, hi? No one was there. I looked at my dad, and he looked at me. I was like, you heard that, right? And he was like, yeah, I thought it was John. And I was like, nobody's out there. He was like, could be weird or whatever. And I was like, okay, like, whatever. Something happened. It's explainable.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it. I was a little shook, and he was a little shook, but we were just like, let's just ignore it. like with most things.
Yeah.
Let's just ignore it. It'll be fine.
Exactly.
So I sit back down next to him, And I look at him and I was like, that was pretty weird. And he was like, yeah, I'm sure it was nothing. And I was like, wouldn't that be weird if it happened again? Maddie, the wall that I was sitting next to, 3 fucking knocks. The same goddamn knocks that were on the garage door happened right next to me after I said, wouldn't that be funny if it happened again? I looked at my dad, and my dad was like, are you fucking with me? And I started crying. I was like, Dad, are you fucking with me? And he was like, no. And I was like, I don't want to live here anymore. And then he started going into more shit about how, like, the symbol 3 is, like, a mockery of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I was like, Dad, and the best part, 3 o'clock in the morning. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. Isn't that terrifying?
Yep, I'm never going to your house.
That's fine, don't come to my house. Could you imagine?
No.
The first time we were just like, okay, kind of weird. And then I'm like, dumbass. If I would just shut my mouth.
You need to shut.
I was
you
like,
can't tempt shit like that.
Would that happen again? 3 knocks. The wall directly next to me, too.
Yeah, you can't do that shit, Sarah. No. You can't tempt fate like that. You cannot tempt Roberta.
That's fucking crazy.
No, yeah. I don't think I personally have experienced a ghost.
No.
I know this is a story my mom loves to tell me from when I was younger. So I was probably 3 or 4. Like, I could walk, and I could be trusted to not kill myself accidentally.
Of course.
When you're like a small child, like I could.
You got the achievement.
I could have like 5 seconds without supervision.
Yeah, you got the achievement.
Yeah, and I don't remember if like it was a funeral or if we were just visiting some family graves, but we were in a graveyard in my childhood hometown, and everyone was like looking at this grave or whatever, paying their respect, and I just kind of wandered off because I'm bored. So I'm gonna wander off.
Yeah, you don't know what death is. So
yeah,
you're
I
just
don't.
like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
We're in the middle of this yard.
Can I go home and play with my Roblox?
But I felt like I should look up, and I did.
Oh, I hate this.
And balloons were coming from the sky down to me.
What the fuck? That's some Pennywise clown shit right there.
Oh yeah. And these balloons just come down. And I just start playing with the balloons. And my mom turns around. She's like, where did you get these balloons? And I was like...
You're like, God gifted them.
God sent them to me.
God gifted me with these balloons.
Exactly. And so my mom likes to think that it was whatever family member we were visiting or whatever. I don't know what I think. I just know that it's kind of crazy.
I don't like that. I
did not die.
That's good. I do not like the sense of... you should turn around, you should look up, you should do that, because almost always...
Oh, it's always bad.
Yes.
Don't ever look in your rearview mirror, like, when you feel like you should, nothing.
Well, I don't mean always bad, but, like, when you get that sense, that means something is up.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a weird noise, I think it was just ice on my car or something, but there's a weird noise in my car I'd never heard of, and I was convinced that there was somebody hiding in my backseat ready to kill me, and I just got that feeling that was like, turn around, and I was like, what the fuck?
Can't do it.
Or when you're walking the hallway and you think you're alone, and you just get that, there's someone behind you. You turn around, there is somebody behind you, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yep.
What the fuck is up, Kyle?
Yeah.
Step the fuck up.
Yeah. That's my only personal experience. I do remember me and my mom loved to watch Ghost Hunters on Sci-Fi.
Me and my dad.
Oh, yeah. And I was unaffected by it until one night I had to take a bath. And I don't know why, but I was convinced that a ghost was, like, gonna come out of, like, the faucet that was pouring water. Like, it was gonna come out and come get me. I was terrified. I started screaming and crying, and then my mom never let me watch it again.
Literally, when I was little, I would watch it with my dad, and there's this one where it was, like, basically some fucking Headless Horseman shit where they would see a faint orange light in the distance, and that was supposed to be, like, a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Some stupid shit like that. Well, at the time, I slept in my parents' room because I was really little, and the light on my dad's alarm clock was an orange dot, so I was laying there, and I was looking around the room, about to go to bed, and I saw the orange light, and I was like, he's here! I was like, he's coming for me. And my dad was like, you're just stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any, like, ones that you've heard of? Happened to
I
your mom or something?
Not necessarily. I mean, I did get a psychic reading once where they
Wow.
told me that there were like ghost like family members like watching over me. You know, like Mulan ancestor style, not creepy style.
Oh, I got you.
But I didn't know any of the people she was describing, so I didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I just, you know, I know ghost stories, like local ghost stories and everything.
Yeah.
But nothing. I personally, if I hear some place is haunted, I don't go there.
That's some good ideas.
I don't go there.
My family has been plagued with ghosts.
No. You will not catch me anywhere near where I know a ghost is.
Everybody in my house has a ghost story of personal experience or non, and I can share some of those with you.
Go ahead.
All right. Spoopy hour with Sarah.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. I want to save the best for last. So
Obviously.
John baby story. John is my brother.
Yes.
That's gonna be last.
Okay.
I think you're gonna shit yourself.
Probably.
I'm already tearing up because of how much it bothers me, but it's
Is
my
it
favorite.
like that Dear David story or like?
No, it's just it's a fun story.
You know the Dear David story though, right?
I do.
That
yes.
freaks me out. I read that story because one of my sorority sisters sent it to me.
I think I also sent it to you.
You did, and I refused to look at it. And then I just saw one of the pictures over a friend's shoulder, and I freaked out. I could not sleep that night. I had to sleep with the lights on. I had to have my computer up playing Ella Enchanted, and then I had to drape the blanket over me and the computer, so all I could see was the computer screen.
When I get scared, I bring my dog to sleep with me because I believe. And it's good to have beliefs because if you truly believe in them, it defeats everything. Yep. I believe that with my dog with me, no ghost will fuck with me. And that's totally fine.
That's how it works.
If you believe hard enough in something, it is truth.
Yeah.
And my fact is if my dog is sleeping in the bed with me, I'm not going to get haunted. Yeah.
Yep.
So I will start off with the least scary and work my way out. This one, I don't really know if it's a ghost story, but my dad likes to tell this story about the time he was our first house before I was born and my brother was born. There was a small couch, like a love seat type thing that he was sleeping on, and my mom was already in bed. Like, he had just fallen asleep watching TV.
Yeah.
He woke up and was like, whatever, walks to the bathroom, you know, like splashes cold water on his face. This is important because he remembers feeling the water, feeling the cold water and splashing it on his face, drying his hands and shit. And then he walks out and he looks onto the couch he was just laying on and he sees somebody there. And he's like, what the fuck? So he walks towards the person and looks down and it's him. And when he realizes it's him, he just gets sucked straight into it and he wakes up on the couch.
So an outer body experience.
Yes. That's spoopy.
I've never had one, but I've actually I'll listen to like YouTube meditations to try to have one.
Are you thinking about lucid dreams? Like you want
No, like astral projection, out of body experience.
Yeah, I don't fuck with
I'll do lucid dreams too. But
you know how to do that, right? You make sure you count your fingers.
You just gotta have like Inception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta count your fingers or have like a small something that you wrote with pen on your hand or something. So that was just spoopy fun.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
So, we'll go with Man in the Hat. Man in the Hat was apparently my dad's house, his house growing up, my grandparents' house, his parents' house, was incredibly haunted. That they would hear scratching on the walls, and all the kids would be like, this is weird, and their dad would just be like, oh, there's a raccoon in the walls. But then they grew up and realized it was a brick wall. So there's nothing between brick and plaster, so there are no animals in there. So they'd hear that, they'd voices, blah blah blah, all that other stuff. But the thing is they had a basement or something, and it was lit up except for this one portion that extended into where you would do your laundry. That didn't have a light in it. It used the light from the other portion of the room. And the story goes that my cousin Chris would just talk about this man in a hat just stands in that corner, the darkest corner of the basement. So that's just kind of interesting.
Yeah, you know, that's forget what that is technically called. Apparition.
Yeah.
Was it like a full-on like apparition, or was it like a shadow man?
Shadow man.
Shadow man?
He just sees a guy in a hat. And then another one at my dad's house. My mom and my dad started dating.
Mm-hmm.
My mom would sleep in the basement. It was finished. My dad would go up to his room because they weren't married yet. And it was in my dad's house, so they didn't want him sleeping together. So my dad like tucks my mom in, walks up the stairs, closes the door, and my mom hears someone go, in my dad's voice, go, Trish. That's my mom's name, Trisha.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, what? Steve, what? Like, what do you want? And at the same time, my dad is crawling into his bed, which is 2 floors up,
Mm-hmm.
and he hears, Steve. And he's like, Trish, like, what? Like, I just put you in bed downstairs, like, what do you want from me? So they both heard somebody calling their name at the same time. So that's pretty spooky.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's my grandparents' house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then these two Native American ghosts.
Yeah, y'all, she has like a full-on list of all of her
with
stories,
nicknames.
And she's just going through them, and I'm sitting here.
I have a picture with this one.
Oh, no.
So this is somebody that my brother works with.
Okay.
From what I remember, is mother lives with her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Daughter lives with the mother. Daughter has a kid, so it's baby, daughter, grandmother, blah, 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 whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They believe that their house is haunted. Stuff happens,
Typical stuff.
Not footprints.
Footsteps.
Footsteps.
Yeah.
Not footprints. That stuff.
Yeah.
And they've always been spooky. Well, she was laying, let me see. It looks like a bedroom or something. I don't know. That's a couch. I don't know. She was in some room.
Mm-hmm.
And she got the weird feeling, which I hate.
Yes.
That she should take a picture with the flash on. Are you ready?
I don't know. Holy shit. What?
Yeah. For those of you who can't see, imagine a old style candle on a pedestal and the wax is dripping down. Would you?
Yeah.
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 So you got like the wax dripping down, and then so that's the bottom of it. Chase, look at this. I don't even know. I don't think he can see through that. So then you've got like a hooded man who his shoulders, and then it turns into like a dripping wax figure.
It's crazy.
And I called it,
we will post this for you so you all can see. This is insane.
I called it Native American because I could have sworn my brother told me that that their house was buried on a something had to do with it. I didn't just pull that out of my ass. Someone said something.
My question is that a bird?
Oh, let's see.
Sorry, I just zoomed into a completely different part. Like that shape right there.
Oh, I thought it was a plant.
Oh, that makes more sense. Anyway.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. That's insane because the picture
that's
itself is like
Dear David.
Yeah. That's like think like an old picture that's all like kind of brown tone-ish and everything, and then a bright blue ghost. There's no way. That can't be real, Sarah.
I don't know. I've looked at it and I'm like, that kind of doesn't look real, but I don't know.
Okay.
It's fun.
That's spoopy.
It is spoopy.
And you have something to top that?
Oh, yeah.
Holy
there's
shit.
no proof, but it is
still
a purely terrifying story.
Okay.
Mr. Sandman comes from my dad. It is a woman that he works with.
Mm-hmm.
Or a girl that he works with and her mother. So the mother forever has night terrors. Like straight up wake up screaming, crying, sweating, blah, blah, blah. And every day they say, what's wrong? She can't remember. She's just like, I don't know. Like there's some guy after me, and everybody's like, okay, mom, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So waking up to your mother screaming is a normal thing in their house.
Wow.
So, the daughter that my dad works with and the mother with the night terrors were at the mall, and they got into the elevator to go up to the food court, and they were talking like this, like, I'm not looking at you, you're not looking at me.
They're looking at the door as you do in an elevator.
And the daughter, me, I turn to look at you, and behind you, I see a man who's like, I wouldn't say snarling, but is like going like this, has his hand on her shoulder with like an old bowl-style hat, like just mean mugging her. So the daughter starts fucking crying. And the mom's like, what's wrong with you? So they take her outside, she calms down and shit. And then she tells her mom, like, I just saw this guy behind you. He had his hand on you. He was so mean and scary looking and shit. The mom starts crying. Are you ready for this?
You've told me this.
I did? And she goes, you just described the man I see in my dreams every night.
Oh my god.
And I still got one to top that.
I completely forgot about that one until you said the elevator and she looks and I was like, oh, I remember.
It's okay.
Holy shit. That one could, that's, if none of this has convinced you yet, I feel like that one should convince you.
Well, here's a fun one.
I'm not ready.
I don't know if I've ever told this story. Chase, you're listening, right? This is a fun one. So, I was not born.
Okay.
My brother was very young, like
Okay.
little baby. Could walk and talk, though.
Okay.
Wakes up.
Talk actual
Talk.
words?
Can talk.
Okay.
Wakes up, crawls into bed, wakes my dad up. My dad's like, what's wrong, dude? He's like, I just want to sleep with you, Dad, blah, blah, blah. And at this time, they're trying to train him not to sleep in the bed, so he picks him back up, puts him in bed. Same thing, comes in, and he's like, dude, come on, like, I gotta work in the morning. You guys sleep in your own damn bed. Like, let's go. This happens, like, 4 more times. And finally, my dad is fed up. Like I said, my brother's name is John.
Mm-hmm.
My dad is fed up with a little, like, 5-year-old boy, and he straight up looks at my brother, John. Let's pretend this is you. You look at your son and say, like, buddy, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong, dude? Like, I gotta go to sleep, you gotta go to sleep. And your son says, well, they're after me. Wait. So then you say, you're just like, oh, okay, he's scared.
Nightmare, yeah.
You're like, buddy, like, it's okay, no one's gonna get you, I'm here to protect you, Mama's here to protect you, blah, blah, blah. And your kid looks at you, your 5-year-old kid looks at you and says, well, they don't want me, they want you. Can you fucking imagine that?
What the hell?
I got chills, dude. My freaky ass fucking nightmare of a kid brother. Can you imagine a little baby, your son, is scared, and you're like, oh, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
And then he goes, well, they don't want me, they want you. My dad said he put John to bed and stayed up the whole fucking night smoking cigarettes. Like, stayed up with his coffee and cigarettes and was like,
Holy
he said he did not sleep the rest of the night. So, I don't know if that topped everything, but that tops everything in my
That's
book.
the top. That's definitely one of the scariest stories. Personally, I think the man in the elevator is the most convincing ghost story.
Yeah.
But that
Yeah.
baby story, holy shit.
That's just terrifying in
Yeah.
itself. Whether you believe in ghosts or not,
That's terrifying.
that's scary.
Yeah.
I've actually read posts, like blog posts, that are called Scariest Things Children Have Ever
Yeah.
Said. Oh my god.
Kids are fucking crazy.
Yeah. So, I think the one I remember is... You looking around for ghosts now?
No, I just, I didn't. I
Oh.
was looking at what that was.
The one I remember is, a kid was talking about a lady with a weird scarf.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, how does she look? How does she act? And the kid kept going like that. And for those of you who can't see, it's
Like-
somebody mimicking being hanged.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird. So
I hate it. I
Yeah.
hate also the stories, where children, have imaginary friends,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
There's I've seen this Twitter thread or something where this girl who will draw, when you're in 2nd grade you have to write a story and draw, so she
Yeah.
wrote about her imaginary friend and how her imaginary friend killed her dad or something because it was a ghost and her dad was abusive, so
Oh, wow.
at least it wasn't you're killing a good person and the ghost killed an abusive person, but still she was friends with a ghost that she thought was her imaginary friend.
Mm-hmm.
And then it killed her dad.
Kids, dogs, or kids
Cats.
and animals
Yeah.
in general are hyper tuned to that shit.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's crazy.
yeah, I am not happy for when Jonah, my nephew, John's son, grows up and he starts staring at shit going, what that? I'm gonna be like, get the fuck out of here, kid. I'm like, you can go play outside.
Yeah, no, I'm not about it.
I did tell my mom, though, that I was gonna, when Jonah gets old enough, that I would pay him to say something scary, like what he did to
Yeah.
my dad.
Yeah.
Something scary to him.
That'd be pretty good.
Oh, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Does John remember that?
I don't know if he remembers that.
Okay. Find that out.
I
That's
don't know.
interesting.
My dad remembers it. My mom
Yeah.
is asleep. But she knows the story because it's a fun story. to
Yeah.
tell. That is number 1 in my book.
Yeah.
Because, like, even to this day, this is, like, my 20 millionth time telling it,
Mm-hmm.
I still get, like, chills.
Oh, I would too.
Knowing the ending, I'm still, like, I'm scared.
Yeah. No, that's crazy.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you that one, though?
No.
No?
You told me the elevator one, but not that one.
Yeah.
So
those are my spooky ghost stories.
and they were very spoopy.
Yes. Wait, I got one more.
Oh no.
I played with the Ouija board once.
Sarah,
Yes.
you do not fuck with Ouija boards.
I know. But
Listen to me.
I think that's where Roberta
Don't
comes
do it.
from. No, that couldn't be. She's been around forever. It didn't end horribly, but it did spook me. But it did spook me out enough to never touch one again.
Good.
It was me and 2 of my other friends, so 3 of us were doing it. And because we weren't doing it alone, I assumed that somebody else was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, rule number 1 of Ouija board, don't play alone.
Yeah.
So I'd never know if it was real unless I played alone, but that's how you get possessed. So
Yes.
I guess he's not doing that. This girl. Anyway.
Good.
So anytime something would happen, I'd be like, oh, this is scary. And then I'd be like, oh, it's just so-and-so moving the fucking thing. I was like, whatever. Like, this is fun, but I'm not totally convinced.
Yeah.
So we all had our phones out. And we were like, hey, is it okay if we record? And the planchette thing moved to yes. And I was like, okay, Ashley, I know you moved that, but whatever.
Yeah.
So we were all recording and taking pictures and stuff. And we had our fun, said goodbye. And I was like, guys, let's look at our pictures and see if we got a ghost. 3 phones in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but white. So the pictures that we took were just a white screen. And you could see them in the photo albums as pictures being there.
Yeah.
But they were just blank white.
Wow.
3 phones. 3 separate phones. All taking pictures. All white.
That's crazy.
So that was my warning sign of, hey, don't do this again.
Yeah, and I'm glad you didn't. And I'm glad you didn't get possessed.
Me too.
Yes. So, moral of this podcast.
Ghosts are real.
Ghosts are real.
They'll fuck your shit up.
They'll fuck your shit up. Don't play with Ouija boards. Don't go to haunted places.
Don't have kids because they're fucking
Don't have
creepy.
kids. And if you just live your life in blissful ignorance, then you'll be fine.
If somebody knocks on your door at 3 a.m.
Don't open it.
Oh my god, I probably invited it in the house.
Yeah, you dumbass.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm Maddie.
I'm Sarah. I'm haunted.
I'm not, because I'm not dumb.
This dumb bitch. Alright.
This was
2 pods and a cast.
2 pods and a cast. Stay safe. Who are you gonna call?
Not me, apparently. Goodbye.
Bye.